Have you ever ended a school day thinking, well, that was a complete disaster? Maybe a lesson flopped, or maybe your students were totally disengaged. Maybe you lost your cool. Well, let me tell you about an experience I had as a first-year teacher. I once tried a cooperative learning group activity that turned into a full-blown chaos fest. Desks were moved, papers flew, and I swear one student started narrating it like it was some kind of a sporting event. I felt like I had failed, but you know what? That moment became one of the most pivotal turning points in my teaching career. Welcome to the Teacher Rockstar podcast, the podcast that's dedicated to providing valuable insights, practical tips, and best practices so that the new teacher can be successful in the classroom. I'm your host, Steve Hiles, and today we're diving into how to turn teaching failures into success. You're going to learn how to reframe setbacks, the power of reflective practice, and a proven method to bounce back even stronger than before. And stick around until the very end because I'm going to share one simple strategy used by NASA and other elite teams that completely changed how I handled failure in the classroom. You're going to want to hear this, okay? I wish I had known all about it during my first year. It would really have saved me a lot of frustration. And then once I started using the system, my confidence soared and my students' progress did as well. You'll want this tool in your back pocket, I can promise you that. Let's talk about point one. First thing here I want to share with you is reframing failure. Let's start by talking about reframing failure here, because the way you think about it determines what you're going to do next. So many new teachers feel like failure means that they are not cut out to be a teacher. Well, nothing could be further from the truth, because the truth is every flop is simply feedback. It's unfinished data that's telling you something very important. A study from Education Week found that teachers who reflect on their failures improve significantly faster than those who don't. For an example, let's take Thomas Edison. He didn't fail 1,000 times trying to invent the light bulb. He discovered 1,000 ways that it didn't work. Now that's perspective. I remember giving a pop quiz once that completely bombed. The test scores were terrible, to be frank with you. At first, I wanted to blame the kids, but after some honest reflection, I realized my instructions weren't all that clear. Not as clear as I thought they were. Okay? That quiz didn't expose their failure. It revealed mine. And once I clarified my teaching, their understanding improved dramatically. So, the failure, it became a guide and not a graveyard. Are you a teacher who finds yourself drowning in the challenges of classroom management? Do student behaviors leave you feeling overwhelmed and drained at the end of each day? Picture this, a classroom where your students are not just present, but fully engaged, focused, and eager to learn. Say goodbye to classroom management stress and hello to success. The Teacher Rockstar Academy course is meticulously designed to equip you with the tools and strategies needed to skyrocket your effectiveness as a teacher. Curious to know if the Teacher Rockstar Academy course is the missing piece in your teaching journey? If you're ready to reclaim control of your classroom and witness the incredible impact on your students, then use the link in the podcast description to learn more about this program. Point two, reflect and rework and retry. Now here's where the real magic happens, okay? It's a result of reflection, rework, and retry. You've got to start treating your classroom like a science lab. Really, if something doesn't work, adjust your hypothesis. Don't throw out the entire experiment. I coached a teacher who wanted to implement student-led discussions in her fourth grade classroom. Well, day one, total silence. Day two was absolute chaos. She was ready to call it quits, but instead of abandoning the whole idea, she reflected on what went wrong, modeled clear expectations, and scaffolded the process step by step. And by week 3, guess what? Her students were running thoughtful, structured discussions all on their own. It's like an athlete watching game film. Reviewing your teaching, whether it's through journaling, video, or student feedback, gives you clarity, and clarity builds confidence. So when you retry with intention, you're not just repeating, but you're refining as well. You're growing, you're evolving, and you're modeling exactly, what you want your students to do when they face setbacks, because there's going to be setbacks, right? So let's wrap things up with a powerful tool that ensures you're not just reacting to failure, but strategically learning from it. And this brings us to point 3 here, the power of the post-mortem protocol. Okay, here it is, as promised, the strategy. Okay, it's called post-mortem protocol. Okay, now this process is used by NASA, the military, and other top performing organizations all around the world to learn from high stakes situations. And when I started using it in the classroom, it really changed everything. All right. The postmortem protocol is a simple 3-question system you walk through after something doesn't go according to plan. All right. And you're probably wondering what it is. Well, here's the 3 questions you ask yourself. What happened? Why did it happen? What will I do differently next time? That's it. Okay. It's no drama. No blame, just honest, strategic reflection. I once used this after a decimal lesson completely fell apart. Okay? My students were confused. I was frustrated. I couldn't just push ahead, but instead, I could have pushed through ahead, but I stopped and asked myself those 3 questions. And guess what? I realized I had skipped a very important key foundational concept. The next day I went back, filled in the missing piece, and as you might expect, the light bulb started turning on. This approach removes the emotional weight of failure and replaces it with a blueprint for improvement. It keeps you from spiraling and starts you strategizing. So I hope that will be very, very helpful to you. So whether it's a rough lesson, a classroom meltdown, or a week that you wish you could erase, remember this: failure isn't a sign that you're a bad teacher. Far from it. It's a signal that growth is waiting. When you reframe failure, reflect with intention and use the post-mortem protocol, you don't just recover from mistakes, you rise above them. You turn stumbles into stepping stones. And if you want to go even deeper, if you're ready to turn these strategies into lasting confidence, head on over to the Teacher Rockstar Academy and learn all about the program. You'll find the link in the show notes. Okay? So that about wraps it up for us today. I will see you same time, same place next week. And remember, my friend, you got this.
You've been listening to the Teacher Rockstar podcast with your host, Steve Hiles. We hope you've enjoyed this podcast as much as we have. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our ever-growing community of Teacher Rockstars. Until then, thanks for listening.